tout his economic record is like an arsonist returning to the scene of the crime and asking for a pat on the back. Trump has said over and over again that affordability is a made-up word. He has said American skyrocketing costs are nothing but a hoax. Hey, Donald, ask any Michigander whether they think the higher costs that are crushing them are a hoax. Michiganders and Americans know that rising costs are all too real, and they know who's to blame: Donald Trump and the GOP. Over and over again, they have done things that have made it more expensive to live in Michigan. If Trump wants to tout his economic record in Michigan, so be it. Trump can brag about how Michiganders are forking over $4.23 for a gallon of gas on a car economy because of his failed war with Iran. Trump can take credit for the massive tariff tax he's forcing Michiganders to pay because of the whopping 50% tariff he just slapped on Canada, the state's northern border. The Michigan and Canadian economies are intertwined. How stupid to impose a tariff when the two economies depend on each other. Or maybe Trump wants to boast to Michigan's factory workers about the 75,000 American manufacturing jobs he has lost in his second term. Everywhere you look, the Michigan economy is in shambles because of Donald Trump and his actions. So that's your record, Donald. Go ahead and own it. Trump thinks he's in for a warm reception in Michigan. He's in for a reckoning. On corruption. The only people who think America's getting more affordable are Donald Trump and his cronies as they cash in on unprecedented corruption. We see a new con come out of the Trump administration almost every day, but the scheme's always the same. Americans pay, Trump profits. Last week, I announced Senate Democrats' new effort to stop Trump from turning his presidency into his personal ATM. We released a report detailing how the Trump family has defrauded the American people to the tune of more than $4 billion in the past 18 months. We also saw Republicans vote against my legislation to prevent Trump from wasting further taxpayer dollars on upgrades for his $400 million luxury jet. Our work to expose and stop Trump's grift continues this week. In the coming days, I plan to announce new legislation, to clean up the swamp Trump promised to drain a decade ago. We're unmasking the people who are swindling the American people, holding their feet to the fire and advancing reforms to stop further corruption in the future. The presidency isn't a product to sell, a commodity to trade, or a grift to run. No matter how hard Donald Trump tries, every American who's been forced to pay more this last year and a half is paying for Trump's profit margin. We're done picking up his tab. On the SAVE Act, it's a new week in Washington, but one thing remains the same. The SAVE Act is dead on arrival in the Senate. Trump keeps tiring himself out running the same play. Trump knows he can't defend Republicans' abysmal record, his abysmal record, so he whines for the GOP to pass the SAVE Act to disenfranchise voters who want to hold him accountable in November. Give it up, Donald. The SAVE Act ain't going to happen. The courts have rejected the SAVE Act. Congress rejected the SAVE Act. Even members of Trump's own party have rejected the SAVE Act. Republican problems aren't going to go away until Trump realizes how futile this brazen effort to rig our elections really is. Instead, Trump has said publicly, quote, Republicans have to pass SAVE, otherwise we're going to have a shutdown in November. That's Trump. He keeps threatening a shutdown. Are Republicans listening? Your president is threatening to shut down the government. It's not Democrats doing that. Donald, I keep trying to remind you the last time you bragged about shutting down the government, back when Nancy and Pelosi were in charge then, didn't go so well for you, did you? And it definitely won't now. Republicans can either drop this frivolous and vicious effort to pass the SAVE Act or watch Democrats stop it dead in its tracks. Yield the floor. Note the absence of a quorum.